Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Division 2 video. The Slingshot is the most underestimated SMG in the Division 2. Some of you may have noticed that this is one of the most powerful SMGs in the game. The Slingshot is made available through the Summer 2025 special event. If you missed that event, don't worry, because you can still get it from the Loot Goblin. You'll likely just have to wait till the next special event item is introduced, and then it will be added to the Loot Goblin's loot pool. Now with all that out of the way, let's start talking about this build. Starting, of course, with the Slingshot. What makes the Slingshot so special? Well, the Slingshot's base optimal range is boosted up to 60 meters. In the context of the Division 2, that's basically infinite range. All of the attachments except for the magazine give an increased 30% accuracy, for a total of 90% accuracy. And the talent that I feel is best suited for this gun is Measured. What Measured's gonna do is at the top half of the magazine, it'll increase our fire rate by 25%, but reduce our weapon damage by 25%. But with the bottom half of the magazine, we get a reduced fire rate of 18%, while our weapon damage is increased by 30%. The near infinite optimal range that the Slingshot has is pointless if you don't have accuracy and stability. Without the increase to accuracy and stability, it's going to be really hard to try and land shots. But fear not, for I have the solution to this. And that solution's name is the Ninjabike Messenger Backpack. The Ninjabike exotic backpack is available everywhere in the game. If you don't have it, but need it, you can find it in backpack targeted loot allocation areas. The Ninjabike backpack will always drop with the 3 core attributes, that being weapon damage, armor, and a skill tier. That isn't the reason that it's the solution to our accuracy and stability problem. The reason it's the solution is because of its talent, Resourceful. Resourceful works by giving you the next step in your gear set or brand set's evolution. Let's say you need 2 pieces of any given brand set, but you only have 1. Well, because of the Ninjabike backpack's talent, Resourceful, it'll count as 2 pieces. It works the same way with gear sets. All gear sets have a talent that is unlocked by having 4 pieces of that gear set, but with the Ninjabike backpack, we're able to use 3 pieces of the gear set and still get the 4-piece gear set bonus. It is in this way that we will be able to max out our accuracy and stability while having large amounts of weapon damage. Next is the perfect piece to give us stability, accuracy, and headshot damage, the Punch Drunk. You can find the Punch Drunk anywhere in the game. It just so happens that the Punch Drunk is perfect for this build, as it has a secondary attribute that is 20% headshot damage. The Punch Drunk isn't just perfect because of its 20% headshot damage, it happens to be Douglas and Harding, which means it's going to be increasing our stability by 30% and our accuracy by 50%. This is of course preceded by the 20% pistol damage increase. As the additional 50% accuracy is necessary for our build, we're going to be going with a second piece of Douglas and Harding, and that's going to be the chest piece. The chest piece and mask are crucial in the position that they are in. If you have them moved anywhere else while the Punch Drunk physically can't, you'll be missing out on more of the bonuses with this build. On this chest piece, we're going to want the talent Obliterate. Obliterate's going to increase our weapon damage by 1% every time we land a critical hit, and this stacks up to 20 times and lasts for 10 seconds. While you can choose to use whatever talent that you want to with this build, to my own personal preference, I would go with either Obliterate or Glass Cannon. The reason I chose Obliterate is because I wanted to maintain a little bit of survivability, which is why we're going to be using 2 armor cores, but in the name of preserving our DPS, I'm going to be using Striker as the last 3 pieces of this build. Our 3 pieces of Striker are going to include the holster, the knee pads, and the gloves. And with this, we'll be getting an increased 15% weapon handling. This will go toward both our stability and our accuracy, while a 15% increase to our rate of fire. And because we're using the Ninjabike backpack, our 3 pieces are going to count as 4, and we get access to Striker's Gamble, the talent with the Striker's gear set. This is going to give us up to 65% increased weapon damage. With Striker's Gamble, every hit we land will increase our weapon damage by 0.65%, and this stacks up to 100 times, giving us our 65% increased weapon damage. If you would like to use the Crusader Shield to make your stacks a little bit easier to get, that'll work out great, as our shield will be at tier 3 because we have 2 armor cores and a skill tier. Now let me show you guys the full build, then we'll go into the specialization and finally the stat review. Here's the full build. You can pick whatever secondary weapon you want to use, it doesn't really matter. The Gunner Specialization happens to be the perfect specialization for this build, and that's first because of Barrage, which will increase our fire rate by 5% whenever we get a kill. This lasts for 5 seconds. We get access to the Banshee Pulse, which can be used in a number of ways. Incessant will give us a 10% armor on kill, and finally, Emplacement will give us a 10% weapon handling whenever we're not moving for 1 second. That again goes into our stability and our accuracy. For the first part of our stat review, we have 1 skill tier, 2 armor cores, 5 damage cores, 4 critical hit chance attributes, 2 critical hit damage attributes, 2 critical hit chance mods, and 1 critical hit damage mod. For the second half of our stat review, we have 60% critical hit chance, 91% critical hit damage, 10% damage to targets out of cover, and 90% headshot damage. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, I really appreciate it. Let me know down in the comments what you think of the Slingshot. I would also like to know how you guys would improve this build, or what I should do to change my videos so they can be better. As always, there's going to be tons of legendary footage even after I'm done talking, so stick around if you guys would like to see more of what this build can do. But that's going to do it for this video. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye!
to get the big tank back online.
Serious trauma detected.
Tango is close.
Immediate medical assistance needed. Serious trauma detected. Agent out of action.
I'll get the bottom.